All right, second assignment for the week is midpoint and distance. Again, those are formulas that we should have memorized. Midpoint is the middle of a segment. That formula was if you add the x's and divide by 2, that's the average of the x's, and if you add the y's, divide by 2. Again, it's the average because average is about the middle. So it's the average of the x's, average of the y's. Distance, this is when I would call on people to tell me what the formula is. It's rise squared minus run squared. But if you don't have a graph, it's better to think about the formula. You subtract the x's squared plus you subtract the y's squared. Again, this is your rise squared. That would be your run squared if you're thinking of slope. All right, here we go. First example on the homework, it looks like this. It says find the midpoint of, in this case, RU. So find out what x would be if S is a midpoint. Well, we know that if this is the middle, then this is congruent to this. So to solve for x, we set them equal to each other. Because if something is the middle, then it creates two equal segments. I subtract the 2x over. I divide by 2. Boom, x equals 8. All right, another example you're going to see on the homework. Find the midpoint of TU. It gives you T and it gives you U. So you want to find the midpoint. Dun, 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 dun. We're going to use that formula. So it's nice sometimes to label x1, x2, y1, and y2 because this is the first point and that's the second. And then we just use the formula. x1 plus x2 divided by 2. So x1 plus x2, so 5 plus negative 2 divided by 2. Then it's y1 plus y2 divided by 2. So y1 plus y2 divided by 2. And then we just simplify. Let's see, 3 divided by 2, 1.5. 9 divided by 2, 4.5. So this would be our midpoint, which we usually call M. So that's kind of what your work should look like. Again, I don't want to just see answers here. I need to see that step. I need to see that step to get full credit. All right, the other type of problem that comes up with midpoint is it gives you the midpoint, and you need to find the coordinate on one end, and you need to find the other. So it's kind of like this. You have T, they give you M, but where is U? So that's kind of what we're doing here. But all you're going to really do is set it up with the formula. I think that's the easiest way. You could also graph, but I think that would be taking quite a bit of time. So we have one of our endpoints. So this is x1, y1. We're going to call U x2, y2. We don't know what those are, but we can call them that and solve for them. So midpoint, x1 plus x2 divided by 2. So 6 plus x2, I'm just going to call it x, divided by 2. And y1 plus y2 divided by 2. So 7 plus, I'm just going to call it y, divided by 2. If that's the midpoint, then we know that this should be equal to 3, 4. So from there, what I would do is I would set the x values equal and the y values equal. So I ran out of storage on my phone and then the video cut off, but I did all the notes. So now I'm just going to talk through what I did. I think we left off here, right? You set up your two things equal. You would multiply by 2 to both sides. So then I get 6 over here, and then you would subtract the 6, or here I subtract the 7. You get your x and your y. Make sure you rewrite it as a point. All right, on to the back. Second half of the homework is distance formula. So here, find the distance between these 2 points. Again, here's our formula. You copy down your point, x1, y1, x2, y2, and then straight plug into here. From there, I just plug this whole thing into the calculator. Just as it looks. I plugged in the whole thing into the calculator just as it looks. And boom, I got 6.7. That's all you're doing for the distance one, is plugging into the formula. And then here, there's one problem on the homework where you have to find the distance given a graph. You could use the formula if you write down the points. You could also use the Pythagorean theorem, right? You do your rise and your run, and then the distance would be the between part. So you do a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Solve it out, boom, you get the distance is 5.7. All right, good luck on the homework. I'm here to help.